So our next lecture is multiple choice question on zoonotic diseases. As we discussed the topic in these following headings, like etymology and definitions of zoonosis, classification, direct cyclozoonosis, metasaprozoonosis, then route or mode of transmission, role of ABCD in the transmission of zoonotic diseases, occupational zoonotic diseases we covered with the mnemonic clears, then impact of the zoonotic diseases on economy, import export, and emergence or re-emergence of zoonotic diseases and their factors which are responsible for this emergence, prevention and control of zoonosis with 8 principal and 11 approaches with the mnemonic QT interval improvement. So we discussed the zoonosis in these subheadings. So we'll start our multiple choice question from the etymology and definition. Rudolf Virchow coined the term. So these are the following terms. Zoonotic, zoonosis and zoonosis, all the above. This term, as we discussed, is adjective and this is the plural and is is the singular. So following term is coined by the Rudolf Virchow. It was the zoonosis, that is the singular term. Then in ICAR 19 they have asked one MCQ that is related with the definition of the zoonosis. As we discussed with our definition, lower vertebrate animal LVA and this is man. So the transmission in between these two, that is disease and infectious agent, natural transmission between lower vertebrate animal and man, this is known as zoonosis. What they have asked is, a zoonosis is an infection, that is I, transmissible to human, means transmissible to human from, so from where? Vertebrate? No. It non-vertebrate, human to human, not inanimate. These are the vertebrate animals. Which vertebrate animals? These are the lower vertebrate animals. So D and I naturally transmitted between LVA and man. That is your WHO 1959 standard definition. Next question is from 22 PhD section. World Rabies Day is celebrated on. So we discussed importance of 6th July and 28th September. 6th July 1885, on this day Louis Pasteur vaccinated the little boy with the rabies vaccine, and this 6th July is remembered with the name of World Zoonosis Day. Similarly, 28th September is the death anniversary of Louis Pasteur, and this is celebrated as World Rabies Day. These are the previous 3 World Rabies Day and these are the themes related with these days. So in 22, One Health, Zero Death. This was the theme of World Rabies Day. In 23, All for One and One Health for All. In 24, Breaking Rabies Boundaries. So these were the themes related with Rabies Day of 22, 3 and 4. And 6th July 85 World Zoonosis Day, 28th September 1895 World Rabies Day. So next MCQ from the classification, and that is based on etiology. So based on etiology, dash account for most of the zoonotic diseases. So as we discussed, classification based on etiology, it's bacterial, viral, fungal, protozoa, parasitic, rickettsial, all. So out of all that etiology, which one of the following etiology is the account for most of the zoonotic disease? So these are the bacterial diseases which account for majority of zoonotic diseases based on the etiology. Then in ICAR 2018, they have asked which of the following is not a zoonotic disease. Brucella is a zoonotic disease. Brucella is having 12 species and 4 are zoonotic for the human being. Tuberculosis is a zoonotic. Anthrax is also, and this is TT, tetanus is not a zoonotic disease. Then in PhD 19, they have asked following species of Brucella is not zoonotic. So as I discussed, 4 species are zoonotic for the human being. One from the sheep goat, that is most pathogenic, highly pathogenic, is the melitensis. Number 2, cattle, natural reservoir, abortus. Then Swiss. Then B, canis. So melitensis is most pathogenic. These two are moderate, and canis is low pathogenic. So these are the 4 species zoonotic in nature. So abortus is pathogenic, melitensis is also zoonotic, and Swiss, but bovis is the answer. So Brucella bovis, and there is one more, Brucella neotomis. These two are not zoonotic. Next MCQ is from your PhD 22. Rabies is classified as. So this is from classification part and from the DCMS part, that is direct cyclozoonosis, metazoonosis and saprozoonosis. Rabies is classified as direct anthropozoonosis. So it's a combination of 2 classification. One is direct classification and one that was based on the reservoir host. So we discussed this anthropozoonosis means how to read it is in opposite direction, that is from the animal to human. Anthropo means human and this is for animal. So from animal to human. Rabies is from animal, that is dog, bite to the human. So it is an example of anthropozoonosis. And because of the direct contact, direct bite of the animal, it is an example of direct zoonosis also. So this is a combination of 2 classification. One is direct or indirect and one is based on reservoir host. So there is one more example similar to this, and that is TB, tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is also an example of direct anthropozoonosis, that is from animal to human and through the direct contact with the animal. So this is from classification portion.